Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers, and sisters. This is episode 4 of the Wacky Random Challenge Series 2. Joining me again is Mr. Hamish Sopwith.
Good day.
Good
I
day.
afternoon, but I just thought if I say good day, it kind of covers all areas, doesn't it?
Covers all boundaries. So we had an interesting run through Azure Coast, and we're not going to do the stage 1, 2, and 3, but we are going to do the Westbound. So it's the same track we've just done, the opposite direction.
Oh.
Weirdly, the Westbound is longer.
Oh, really?
According to the track selection thing, it's 11.96 miles east and 11.97 west.
Do you know why that is? It is because...
the start position. Is it going to be the start
it's
no?
because, you know those roads, we went on the left-hand side.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because they're British. It'll be a slightly longer route round.
Yeah. And you are talking a matter of a few metres, so yeah, that would do it.
Yes.
That would do it. But one thing that...
those few metres could have made you on that race.
Maybe. But what was quite amusing, actually, in something that I picked up on the first series of the Wacky Random Challenge, was when I was doing this combination, the game wouldn't let me put as many opponents westbound as it did eastbound.
Oh, that's strange.
Which was really weird. Anyway, just before we started recording, me and Mr. Hamish here were having a conversation about who the voiceover is. Now, anyone that has seen my first look at video, I commented that I didn't know who the voice was. There's a voice that starts saying, is it the same voice that we were mentioning earlier that does the, you say, I was watching Senna at an early age, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It's the same one. So, Mr. Hamish, care to highlight who that is?
So that was, for those of you who haven't watched Top Gear or don't know who the Stig is, that's a former Stig, Ben Collins. And he's had quite a big influence in Project Cars 2 in terms of, I think he gave all the feedback for pretty much all the cars, I believe. Because obviously he's a pretty ideal candidate from obviously driving probably more cars than anyone else, and more different types of cars than anyone else in the world. Probably in the world. It's probably not too far off accurate. I mean, if you think about, all the cars he drove on Top Gear, even the ones off camera. So yeah, there you go. And I really like the effect how in the loading screen, rather than just seeing a track loading, they've gone to the effort of actually sort of having a bit of a voiceover, and it's actually quite entertaining. So when the game loads,
you've got this voice that comes in.
Oh no, because it's like you couldn't hear the end of what you're saying.
You know what I was talking about? The opponent limit. We've got the same again. It's actually we've been running with 31 opponents. Well, online it's been 30, but this time it's done the same again. It's limited me to 24 opponents.
Right, that is odd.
Weird. There's no logical. It's got. Usually that's down to like pit spots. Obviously that doesn't work in a point to point. I'm assuming.
Only thing I can think of is starting grids.
It's got to be.
It can only be that, because otherwise, that's quite odd.
Anyway,
that would explain the crashing actually, because each car is meant to stop in a grid spot. So maybe this time we won't.
That's a good point. For those unsure of what we mean, watch the previous episode where all the cars pile up, and actually did the same thing in P-Cars 1, to be fair. Right, what are we going to be taking around this track, and in what weather? Let's see if I can set the time of day correctly this time. It is going to be...
It's day.
Oh, it is day and dry. It's heavy cloud once and overcast twice, so it's almost the same condition both times. It's a BMW Fest. And I think I had one of these Beamers on Series 1 on this track. One, love this, Z4.
Okay.
The other is the M1.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
I'm pretty sure I did the M1 at the Azure Coast as well last time. Right.
Z4 GT3.
That's the only Z4.
Okay. I forgot. That's actually that is my league racing car. So for season 1 and season 4 in AOR, that's the car I used.
Beautiful car. Love the sound of that.
Yeah, it is really good fun.
I've just seen what our opponents are. We're in quite good hands, except for one category.
Okay.
First category is the go-kart. Second, unless we do really badly, are we going to struggle with them? The second one is track day B. Now that could be quite interesting because they seem to be quite a... Oh no, there's single car categories, I think, the track day ones. Let me just double check that.
Track day B. Oh,
track day B. Oh no, they're not. It's the Honda 2 plus 2 and 4 concept, which is really weird. The Caterham SP300R, the Radical SR3, the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, and the Nissan Skyline GTR SMS-R. That's all it was in track day B, so I don't know how we're going to fare against them, frankly.
Okay.
Where is it? Ah! Oh, no, not LMP3. Oh, there it is, track day B. And the other one was... Oh, we're going to get mullered. That's LMP1.
Oh, yeah, we've got no chance.
We are not going to see them. Well, we're going to start in front of them. Unless, actually, that's... No, we can't dictate starting position for us.
It'd be cool if we could have a random starting position.
You can offline, but it doesn't appear that you can online. Never mind.
That's odd.
Well, if it is, I can't see it. Right, so let's get this correct. Starts in the middle of the day, and it's heavy cloud. Does the difference between cloud and overcast and light cloud and whatnot make a fundamental difference?
Maybe in track temperature, but not to my knowledge. No.
Right, not really anything else besides that. Okay.
No, I mean, let's put it this way: over a 10-minute race,
it ain't gonna make a blind bit of difference.
with our combined talent, it's probably going to be. You know, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much.
Server's up. Server is up.
It's good multiplayer. Seems to have worked. I don't know about you, but is this the first sort of lot of multiplayer sessions you've done with me?
Yep.
Yeah, and it seems to be pretty bulletproof.
Yeah. Yeah. Haven't had any problems there. I've jumped.
Well, actually, before we start, just want to have a look at these track day cars. Track day B.
Track day B.
Ah, okay.
If you wish to try one, be my guest.
Oh no, I love the Z.
The Z4's a great car.
Okay, it should be interesting. Wow, the Nissan has a huge amount of horsepower.
Well, it's not really necessarily going to help in a track like this. They'll be fine in Monza or Le Mans or something, but
yeah,
I'm not sure how well it's going to help early on in this track because it's the faster bit that we finished with before is now where we start. So,
but it has slow acceleration. It makes me think maybe it only has like 4 gears or something.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I turned the menu music off because I was listening to my own music last night.
It's not copyrights, is it?
No, there's no music on now.
No. I mean, I don't. Is there music in Project Cars copyright? I don't know if it is or not.
Doubt it, because it's their own music.
Okay. Suppose if you're playing their own game, then
that would be a little bit annoying. If you had a copyright notice for using the music that was... I have had that, but it was music from it was like jazz music in the 50s that was actually released music, so that actually made sense.
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto is like one of those games.
Oh yeah, I bet that's full of it. No, this was when I was doing my one of my playthroughs. I forgot the name of BioShock.
Oh right, okay.
How can you not love the noise of this car?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, sorry, I just... Ow! Oh. You did the same thing. There's an LMP1 sandwich right there. Oh, there he goes.
The force feedback on this car is much lighter than you guys lost it.
Yeah, I have lost it. And I've collected the LMP1 with me. Ow! Bad. Problem. Yeah, it is much lighter. So the force feedback is tailored to the car. Interesting. Plunk.
This car with no traction control is really nice to drive as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got some built-in traction.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So when you have it off, I mean, league racing and stuff. Let's say a lap round Suzuka or whatever. So what I don't even know what time you'd be getting now.
I don't know.
I think in the Project Cars version it's like a 135.
Oh no!
It's about 134, so you gain about a second by turning it off.
Oh right.
And it's not hard to get used to either. It's not like, you know.
Well, it depends how lead foot you are.
Yeah, but I mean it's pretty stable. It's a really stable car. So in general.
Yeah.
Unless you're a bit, got very high foot.
Like me.
Possibly.
Here's another question for you. How are... Oh, goodness me. Like, obviously, the Z4, the primary example, was a car that was in both games. Are the lap times seemingly similar between P-Cars 1 Z4 and P-Cars 2 Z4?
I haven't noticed it. In fairness, I haven't actually tested
Compared it, yeah.
Because when I was using the beta, I only really used the new cars. So I spent about 50 hours on the beta, but only on the new cars and primarily the new tracks.
Yeah.
Like, not all the time. I obviously did tracks like Monaco, Silverstone, but I haven't noticed it. The handling of the Z4, I can tell, is a little bit different. It feels...
Oh, ow!
Oh, Kodiak, that's an awesome move!
Yeah, it's awesome with no damage on. Oh, Mr. Sopwith. Dirty move.
I let you take it back. Oh my god, Harvey, you are being like followed by about 200 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people behind me, so I'd get on the gas pretty quick. Oh, ABS.
Gibbs and Warren Tab in the Z3 as a teammate. Oh, that is a bundle of laughs, that was.
I remember Gibbs. Gibbs is a man partly responsible for getting me in the... Well, actually, he was wholly responsible for getting me in the commentary box for the grand finale of Season 4 for GT Pro, for the Pro League.
You spam?
I did. It's why there was Z4 looking out into space and just float past.
Oh, this GT3 category is such a fun category to drive in.
Yeah, I must admit the GT3 cars I've driven so far, which is by no means all of them, but yeah, I've driven some of the old and some of the new. They are fabulous.
I mean, there's just such variety. It's it's so real. I think it's one of the selling points of Project Cars.
Definitely.
They're GT3 cars. This track feels completely different every day.
Ooh-wee. Oh, I think there's more bollards. It's usually what I'm good for. Well, it's usually what I do.
So I'll test out the theory of the different track times because the circuit of Bugatti, the Le Mans,
the baby Le Mans circuit,
3 cars and stuff. I'm pretty sure I got a 135.
Whoa, ow.
Actually, I've got all my lap times recorded and stuff on my channel, so...
Oh, right, cool. I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, just get a plug-in while you can.
Well, by all means. We'll bung a link of your channel in the description for the videos you're in to help people find them. It's a shame that, like, the M3, for instance, is missing from P-Cars 2, which is a bit of an odd one, but again, like I said before, there had to be some cars that didn't make the cut. Oh, I just hit the skyline that was behind you.
It's quite bizarre, though, like, some things like the M3 and stuff, maybe they just thought it's a bit too much like another type of car, or it's too much effort to warrant putting it back into the game or something, I'm not sure.
I wouldn't think it was that. I think you're probably right, too similar to something else. But then, on that theory, why then, and this is a kind of bugbear I've got with the car roster, and this may only affect like me, but looking at like the Road G, the bottom of the road cars, when comparing to the roster as a whole, the Toyota 86 and GT 86 are literally the same car. They're just renamed for different regions that they're sold in. And the Scion FRS was the third version of that same car. It was the Japanese DLC pack for P-Cars 1 that they all came in.
Right.
Now the Scion is gone, and I understand that. That's fine. I think the Scion... No, the Scion Rocket Bunny is still there.
That is a rubbish car.
This is the Rocket Bunny.
I'm sorry, I drove in Beta, and I honestly couldn't even do a lap, because it's just
wow.
Some horrendous mid-corner grip. At least it didn't Beta. They may very, very well have fixed that. I'm sure
I don't think I've tried it yet.
It's
anyway.
horrific.
Anyway.
Yeah, go on.
But the 86 and GT86 are both still there, and it makes no sense. They are exactly the same car. So why have some cars, like, take the M3 as an example, why are they gone, and both of those cars still exist? That one doesn't make sense to me. I'm not expecting you to have an answer to that.
I'm not sure. I'd have to have a look at just a look. Ooh, that's roundabout. Oh no!
What?
No! Just overtook me.
Oh, did I?
That was a beautiful pirouette. Yay.
Oh yes, I have. I didn't even see where you were.
Oh, I crashed on the side. That shows how much attention you're paying.
Oh, roundabout. Gonna have to go over it. Oh dear.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, so did you.
Actually, that was a completely blind roundabout.
I always imagine... Oh, bleep now. I've spun it again. Oh, so have you. I always makes me laugh when I'm doing these videos. That I could always hear people screaming at me, "You are terrible! Why are you doing that? Your lap times are so slow." It's for entertainment purposes, folks. But we're not last, believe it or not. It's the go-karts that are behind us, admittedly.
We're last in category.
We're very much last in category, yes.
What's the AI set to? Level?
1560, right where they are by default.
Oh no, don't say that, Jesus. Just as a disclaimer, I have my AI level 85.
What's interesting though is the screen does, as you say, when you're setting what AI level to use.
Still horrendous.
Yeah, it still crashes into us. There's two go-karts coming along, by the way. We're not going to wait for that. Not going to wait for that. But it says when you go over 80%, the AI can use custom setups.
Yeah,
that's quite cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've noticed it. I mean, I tend to change my tyre pressures and some other very basic bits. That's about it. I'm going to have a look. I'm fascinated by this GT86 scenario.
Yeah, go for it. You know, Toyota 86 and GT86. They're the same thing. Whilst I set this up again. So we're going to be using Group 4. I'm going to swap out that kart one.
Right, I found a very major difference.
Oh,
so
really?
The mirror on the inside of the car is different.
That's it. Sold.
It is literally the difference of the Japanese, British, UK version.
Yep. That is
the steering wheels on the other side. I suppose that for some people that could be a big factor.
Who knows? Someone obviously thought it was a good idea somewhere. Anyway,
yeah, it depends how easy it is. I don't. Yeah, it seems a bit odd, but they've done a lot.
Well, someone obviously thought it was a good idea. So this time we're using the M1 Pro Car. So I've swapped out the go-karts for the GT3 category. The karts were a non-factor in what we've just done. So
M1 Pro Car, GR4. What's that?
Group 4, I think.
Group 4. I see. Is that like Pikes Peak?
No. I think the M1 Pro Car is the only car in Group 4. It was it was last time, and this used to be for 2 years. This was a support race to F1.
Oh, I see. Really? I didn't realise that. Oh, cool.
But it was literally only for 2 years. Late 80s, I think. It might be late 90s, but yeah, it was only a 2-year thing, which was a shame because this car was marvellous in PCARS 1. I'm hoping it's the same this time.
Oh, hang on. Is it in night this time?
No, pardon me. No, I think the picture is, but the actual track isn't. I hope not, because it wasn't. We just had day, and I didn't change the start time. So if we magically end up in night, this could be a problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm not sure if these cars have lights either.
That's a good point. I don't think it does.
Oh no,
no, I'd say no. And still dry. Oh, I keep doing that. Oh, still sounds glorious.
Oh wow, there's a lot of no traction is interesting. Oh, this much.
Oh no! Ow! Oh, the Mercedes just punched me in the face.
Identical to the first lap, isn't it? Same crash.
Yeah. But this car's quite wide. It's much wider chassis. Oh, I've just cut off that Merc. Ow! Oh, there goes the Audi. GT3 Audi. Oh, we have no driver aids with this car either.
I don't know. Brilliant.
Well, if you're running authentic driver aids, you won't have any for this car. Yeah, it's not going to keep the GT3s behind it. Oh, well, I'm certainly not.
I just can't seem to catch up with you. I don't know if it's because you sort of wobble a bit more.
Well, it's probably an element of that. Well, I've done this track more than you. Oh no! Whoa, dear!
Maybe I'm just too conservative. I'm sure.
But that could also be a factor.
Or
I'm too reckless. That Porsche just flew by like I was stood still.
Weights do change from car to car.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god! I see what you mean. You do get more of a feel of the, when you hit a curb or the rumble strip. I've just looked behind. There is a massive queue right behind you.
Going fast.
But the AI seems very cautious to overtake. I noticed this before as I lock up quite loud.
Might be because aggression.
Yeah, it's got to be something to do with that. But they're also quite like it for lapping cars as well. I noticed they're really.
I think in general the AI are better, but not perfect.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus as well. Whoa! Boing!
I think you can woohoo! This time, but on oval tracks, they're horrific.
Are they?
Yeah, you don't. I mean, if you can actually start the race, then that's right.
Okay. Well, Picars 1 could never do ovals, could it? The AI just went into a complete meltdown.
But the thing is, ovals were rubbish in the beta for AI, and they're rubbish now.
Okay.
Which is a shame, really, because they'd be fantastic for some AOR stuff. Maybe 2.4 hours of Daytona.
And a lot of people asked for the oval stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been a massive fan of oval racing.
Ow! Crap.
Until I did. Well, there's two things that actually got me interested in driving them. The first one was ages ago, about 5 years ago or something. Gran Turismo 5. So whenever that came out, I did a competitive league race for another league at the time. Around Daytona.
Nice.
And I gotta say, I loved it. I love the amount of strategy that goes into it.
It's more than a lot of people think.
There is a lot more than people think. Everything is ultra crucial. The setup is really important.
Yeah.
The tyre life, how you manage the tyres, the slipstream, who you work with. When you come in, do you come in a lap later, a lap earlier? There's so much stuff you can think about. And also, I saw a NASCAR race at Daytona a few years ago, and the racing is amazing.
Cool.
It's better than any, probably the best most spectacle I've ever seen. It is awesome.
Wow.
Because you can see the whole track.
Yeah.
Because it's an oval, so it looks awesome. And it was at night, which also looked cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm being utterly mugged by the GT3s.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to hold them back for a while.
Yeah.
Now it's...
yeah, I can't catch them for love nor money. I'm being utterly mugged. It's just us two in the group force. The AI didn't choose to have any group force of its own.
We're both on the podium in our group.
In class, yeah. I'm pretty confident that we can hold on to that.
I say it's a bit too soon. It'd be quite cool if you could have a little dial that told you where people were in comparison to your class.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously it says, like, I'm just such a nitpick.
So you could filter the position thing at the top left to have class only.
Yeah, I'm last. And you're second.
Right ahead. Yes, we are at the back. Now I'm really regretting taking the go-karts out.
Yeah. I can't wait to do something like a GT3 round a Grand Prix track.
Oh, come on.
Because I think we could be pretty competitive. Nürburgring for racetrack, but Formula 1 version.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite tracks. I loved it.
It is.
Yeah. I love it on this game. I know it like back of my hand, and I know it's 1 minute 55 in the GT3, which I think is quite good.
I'll take your word for it. Oh.
Have you, the new tracks we've tried, the laser scanning, because all the new tracks are either laser scan or drone
scan, yeah.
They feel so good. In fact, I think this track might have had a bit of work to it. I don't know about you, it just feels like it could be a bit different. This is only from like my brief memory of racing. It feels like you get a bit more camber on corners where you think there could be more camber. It just feels like there's more
detail in it.
Yeah. I might be wrong. Maybe
I don't know. I haven't paid that much attention to that level of detail in it. I'm more trying to keep the car out of the wall.
I wonder what tracks they're going to be adding in DLC.
Yeah, tracks and cars. I mean, if they're going to be that big a DLC, that's also going to be interesting. What was the rationale behind that then? Why did they switch to fewer, bigger DLCs?
Workload, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's simply it. So we'll probably get DLC in 3-4 months' time, I think.
They found it easier to structure the work in that manner as opposed to lots of small ones.
Yeah, and I think it also means they can focus. Obviously, Project Cars 1, as you know, there's a lot of hype, and when it came out, there's quite a few sort of.
There was a lot of problems
bugs
and
stuff, which is, I think, annoyed quite a number of people. I mean, I wasn't too fussed about it. I would never hit massively by those issues. But, for some people, it's the game breaker.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of them. I never had them, some of them. I had a few, but I didn't have, like, your car would just magically crash into the ground or suddenly ping off into space. I didn't have any of those.
The most frustrating one for me was a pit bug. I had it once in Watkins Glen, I believe.
Oh, what, where you never came out of the pits again?
Yeah, and it was just so task. Hours. You see the drivers week in, week out, you know how much hours they put into their driving.
Yeah.
And when you can't finish the game because of a bug, or online disconnect, it's pretty gutting.
Yeah, I mean, those issues were never resolved. But to be fair, SMS were kind of open and said, look, there are some things we cannot physically solve. With us working on PCARS 2, we'd have to completely gut PCARS 1. There's no point. We're working on PCARS 2. They actually, I'd like the fact that they were so open and honest and said, look, we are not going to fix this. There's too much that would have to be completely fundamentally changed to make it worth our while because we're working on PCARS 2.
Yeah. Which is fair enough.
Yeah, completely.
I know a lot of people complained about Project Cars 2 being announced very soon after Project Cars 1, but it's exactly the same for every single game developer ever.
And that's what they said.
They
is
don't
that
announce
Yeah, the fact that we've announced it just basically means that we're not just sat here. All we've done is say it sooner. Yeah, absolutely. But for this episode, what a game they've come out with. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And for this episode, that's it. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment on all the good stuff, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.